Hey everyone, welcome to Northwoods Mile Railroad. Today we are walking in from Rockwood. I'm gonna catch the afternoon train. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of go over my railfanning gear, and there'll be a second part to this video going over kind of like if you're hiking in a ways in the mountains, extra gear to bring with, what makes sense, and just a few extra things for different situations. But we're gonna get to the spot. I'm gonna film setting up because I just keep getting more and more gear. So the key is arranging it in your bag properly so you can access it quickly and you can set it up quickly, because we all know most of the time if you're chasing trains, you're in a pretty big hurry. You're getting to the next spot just in time. And setting up is one of those things that sometimes you just don't have time to do it properly. I've missed trains in the middle of setting up, you know. But we'll film that, see how long it takes. I think I have it arranged decently, but we'll have to check it out and time it. But we're gonna kind of go over all the gear and we'll get to the spot up here in a minute. So I just got up here. So you just get everything off you. This tripod's nice because I can get it close to level, and then I can level the head, which I've never had before. So then I just come in here, I got a little level on here, and I just get the head level. Then I'm not screwing around trying to adjust 2-3 legs to get myself back to center. Just tighten that up. Okay, good, ready to put the camera on. Okay, set up and powered on. Test microphone, that's working. Open that, that'd be good. Recheck my level because it definitely moved. It's just a little harder to level when the camera's on here. There's a lot more weight, but there we are. All right, so what is all my gear? You know, I don't like to go into this is the best for rail fanning because everybody has personal preferences. You like Nikon, you like Canon, you like Sony. I can't afford to have real nice things, but this camera was an upgrade from a phone, right? And then you get into the battle of what's better for video, what's better for pictures. Just do what works best for you and what you're happy with the quality of. This is an older Canon XA30. You know, it's only 1080p. It's not 4K. I haven't had a camcorder in probably 10 years. I used to have a nice Sony Handycam. So this was if I want to get some long distance shots out here, the camcorder was a better option for me with the zoom. I want to be able to pan while I'm filming. Taking video with an SLR, I've done it, and that's why I went with this. My SLR is nothing special. It takes video, but it's not. I didn't want to upgrade my SLR for video because I'm happy enough with the picture quality. So I'm not going to get another one in addition. It just didn't make sense for me. But this camera has a nice smooth zoom. I got a good deal on it because it didn't have the hood, the lens hood, and the LCD screen was cracked, which when I was trying to get my SLR to work for video, I bought the monitor, I bought the hood. I had to get the microphone for this, but I had a different microphone I was using back then. Anyway, so that worked out for me. I got a good deal on it. The microphone, I think that's probably, you know, your video quality is one thing. Audio is way above that. If your audio quality is crap, you can't watch the video, right? Nobody wants to watch a video in silence, and nobody wants to have background noise or wind noise while you're trying to enjoy whatever scene somebody's trying to show you. So that one I went with an Audio Technica. Don't remember the model number. It's an older one. I did some research. Still very good, high quality sound. Getting a shotgun mic like this, rather than relying on the camera microphone, you know, you get wind noise blocked, and then you can directionally take in your sound. So even if I'm back here making noise, it's not picking it up as loud as it would if it was just the on-camera microphone. Some shotguns, if you don't get a high enough quality one, it doesn't pick up at a distance as well as it could. So I went with a well-known brand and did research, and am very happy with it so far. You gotta have a windsock. There's no way around that. I mean, it's windy today. I got a windsock on my microphone here, windsock on that. I put a windsock on my camera, my phone camera, when I do that. So, and here, just for reference, I'll show you my SLR. Canon Rebel SL1. Not a great camera, but good enough for what I'm doing with it with pictures. And got a little bit of upgraded lens on here, an 18-135. I find, and this is the happiest I've ever been with the camera setup, and that's why I didn't want to change it. This lens does every single thing I want it to do. I could shoot out there in that corner and pick it up good. Any further, maybe not, but we better get going. I think I hear him coming. So. Not a bad shot. It's kind of tough out here because you think you hear something, you press record, a couple minutes goes by, nothing. Well, I'm not hearing anything now. And then you stand there ready and you got to take a leak, but you don't know if it's going to show up in half a second or what. That's what happened. So make sure you got enough batteries, right? If you got to stand there with your camera on, ready, with your finger right there, ready to press record, make sure you got enough batteries to be able to do that. You'd rather probably leave your camera on than take up more memory card space and have to sort through all that later on. But give or take, you know, I'll start a video a couple minutes early occasionally if I know where it's at. If I'm gonna go step to the side somewhere and take a picture with the camera, you know. There's a few things that I just thought of, and I'm not very good at all this, right? This is just my opinion and things that I do, but just practice. And for guys who live on a main line every day, going out there is practice, you know, and then you're good and you got your camera gear all ready to go when something cool comes by and you don't want to miss that shot, right? Even once you get set up, practice. So like I got it set up where I want to start, where I want to be zoomed in, you know, and then I make sure my motion works with where I'm going to stand, and I know how tight all my knobs need to be so I can do the smooth motion without shaking too much, which this one actually didn't turn out as well as I would have hoped, but as you can see in the overlaid there. But you know, before I took the shot, I did what I kind of wanted to do with the zoom, made sure it was a fluid motion, my arm wasn't going to hit something, I didn't have to take a step to be able to do that, and do all that before you're actually having to take the shot. It's nothing worse than bumping your arm because you couldn't move your body out of the way and then it's a shaky video, right? I practice because there's not trains I really want to miss or can sacrifice. Like these aren't, like Rio Grande Celery number 20, that one's one you don't want to waste shots on, but this is a daily train. Yeah, it's only one a day right now. It'll be 3 come summer, so I'll have a lot more opportunity to practice. But I'll even just practice panning on the speeder after the train, as you can see there. So, you know, any practice is good practice. That's how you get better. And setting your gear up, you know, practicing setting it up, practicing the types of shots you want to take before you have to take them. And the other part of this setup that I have is my phone. I have 2 of them. It's just an iPhone. I bought a case that was visible, so in case I dropped it, I'd see it. But filming this also on the same exact phone, iPhone 14, I think. So I got a Rode, I think a Video Micro 2. It works good for most things except for live streams, but that's all right. But in order to get these microphones to work on an iPhone, and I could have probably just gotten a different microphone and made it work, but I had to buy this Ceramonic adapter here, and you can go between TRS and TRRS, and then you can also have a headphone output. But this is the only way I can get a non-powered microphone to work on an iPhone. I tried different cables. You know, you have the TRS to TRRS adapter cable. It didn't work. Doesn't matter what I do. So this is the way to go. I got 2 of these. Got one for each external microphone I have. For my other microphone, I've got Hollyland, and it's not going to say the model, but really good setup. 2 microphones, and this is the version with 2 plugs for the phone. This is USB-C, and right now I'm using the Lightning on my phone. So, and then it comes with 2 windscreens. So you could see me earlier using that. Camera app on the iPhone's fine, but it doesn't allow you to do any of the things you can do with a regular camera, other than zoom and maybe change your brightness a little bit. But this is the Blackmagic camera app. Works very well for the iPhone. You got zoom control. I mean, you could get cinematic and actually slowly do some things if you wanted to, but you're fully capable of switching between cameras, so you can see there, and you are also able to adjust almost all the settings you can on a normal camera. It shows you level, you can do exposures, set to auto, whatever you want to do with that. Autofocus, different meterings, and then here's the headset. And this is this microphone right now. It's plugged in. This one I always got to turn the gain down quite a bit, but you're able to do that, and that's nice. You can also adjust your monitoring levels. If you had, say, headphones in to see how your audio was, you could record and do that at the same time. Also has your monitor for light and all those things. Can't remember what you call it. Your little bar there. And then lots of settings, detailed settings for audio, and you can live stream through the Blackmagic, but you can't have a preset live stream and then go to it. Anyway, I'm using the Blackmagic camera app on my phone I'm recording with. But yeah, and then setting it up, I just got this little, these are cheap. But in order to not get your microphone in the shot, I always go camera on the bottom, so flip it, and then pretty far over so that it doesn't get it. I mean, if we go to wide, 13 millimeter, you actually can see it there. So it's not perfect, but usually I'll zoom in a little bit on this one and then it's cut out. So that's that. I'm better off using my lavalier mic if I'm talking anyway, if I'm zoomed all the way out. So it's really all there is to the phone setup. And then of course I got a cheap little tripod with another phone mount, just so I can, this is a really good unit for hand holding, walking and filming. That's really what I use it for. And then actually with all these rocks, I've been using this instead of that for most of the day. So that's about all there is to the phone. Yeah, we'll leave you off with the full shot. Hopefully it wasn't too shaky, because I still get nervous, okay, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, I've been around trains my whole life. I've worked for the railroad. It's not that big of a deal. But it's almost like this self-pressure to make sure I don't screw up the shot, I think, is what I'm nervous about. It's weird. But I'll be there, like, forgetting to breathe, like because you're trying to hold as still as you can, and then you're shaking a little bit, because it's like, oh, you're holding your body in weird positions, you're not breathing. And sometimes I'll stand straight up and remind myself to breathe and just kind of relax your muscles a little bit, and then I can kind of get that pan a little bit better. This one was tough because it's going so slow, as you can see. It was hard to go that slow and zoom out that slow at the same time. So it was a little bit maybe starting and stopping, but we'll have to see what it looks like. It wasn't my best work, but is what it is. But that's pretty much my gear, my setup. Everybody's is different. Everybody has a reason for what they do and what works best for them. But maybe just sometimes a refresher makes you think, maybe rethink some of the gear you have or the way you do things. And be sure to check out the video that kind of goes with this, specific to rail fanning in the mountains, and maybe some extra stuff you should bring with. Check that out. That'll be linked at the end after it's uploaded, so it might be a little longer, but appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.